Life. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ola Olaleye, and I'm the host of Wordzone. I have with me my special guest, Adetutu Owolabi. Drum roll. Welcome to welcome Zone. I know this is not your first time on Wordzone, but this is your first time as my guest. Wordzone. Honestly, you are not just someone to me. You're a friend. I'm so privileged to have you.
Good to be here.
So as well. Just kick off. Thank you. For those of you joining us for the first time, this is Ola Olaleye, and the Zone. Wordzone is a platform where we showcase Christians who are doing great things outside of the four walls of the church. And I have with me tonight my friend who will tell you what she does and how you can be a part of her journey. But before we continue, I would like you to click on that subscribe button if you've not already done so. And also the notification bell. It's important to contribute, ask questions, drop your comments. We'll be picking them up. And I will ask my guests if it's a question. Thank you for joining us again. Let's start by knowing who Adetutu is. So who is Adetutu?
As you've rightly said, my name is Adetutu Owolabi. I am known as Tutu by most, and I am a very simple, outgoing person, a bit of an introvert and an extrovert, depends on the flow. Well, I'm a Christian, as you've said. I love the Lord. I enjoy worship, and I am a cake artist. Can you hear me fine still? Yeah.
Yes, I can.
I am a cake artist. I am the brand owner and the creative consultant of TouchRoyale Cakes, which is a subsidiary of TouchRoyale Creations. TouchRoyale Creation is a big umbrella where we do awesome things, treats, yummy treats, cakes. But TouchRoyale Cake is what I'm representing today. And I am a mom of 4, happily married, and I live in Glasgow. And I've been into cake making for, I think, 5-6 years now. 5 or 6 years. Officially, I would say 7. Unofficially, I would say 6. Officially, I would say maybe 7. So that's pretty much. I work as well, though. I'm a civil servant. I'm a civil servant. I'll just leave it at that. And I work part-time, and cake is the other part of my life, which I love dearly. I love both jobs anyway. This is me.
Wow.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and for everyone who is watching us, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Thank you so much, Adetutu, for. Sorry?
I said I almost forgot that. That's true. It's a happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adetutu. Thank you for saying yes, and thank you for coming on the show. One of the things that I'm so particular about is I'm particular about the journey, I'm particular about process. How did you become the woman that you are? It's something that is very important to me. And I would say I'm a crusader of self-discovery. I want people to know that, look, everyone you see that is doing amazing stuff out there did not just become. They didn't just become who they are in one day, in 1 hour. There's a process to it. So Tutu, today, could you let us to some of your processes? Because I know that you didn't just start once, and the process might not be just, you would have gone through so many other things. So could you tell us what you went through, or how did you land here?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
For me, first thing I'll say thank you very much for having me on this platform. I feel very honored and I really appreciate it. So, kicking off with how I started, I'd say caking has been part of me since the get-go. My mom is a City and Guilds trained baker. She never did it for professionally though. She just learned, back in the days our parents were either full-time housewife or working moms. My mom was a bit of both. She was at the very beginning of our marriage, she was a full-time mom. So she learned. My dad registered her into all these short courses, and she came to the UK to learn, and she learned with Wilton. She learned a different point in life, but she was certified as a City and Guilds trained baker. But she never used it to work, but she was always baking our cakes. So I was privileged to see her do our birthday cakes. And when she was even doing our birthday cakes, I don't think I was really interested. But what really got me into caking was when my uncle got married, and my mom took it upon herself to do his wedding cake. And so my mom is a really, really introverted, quiet, easygoing person. At the wedding, I realized that she was like in the spotlight. Everybody kept on coming to her and saying, "Oh, wow. Oh, you made this cake. Well done. It's really pretty." And I like the attention you're getting here, as in, like, because my mom is very quiet. I was like, Mom, everybody's just coming to you. And, she was like, she just got tired because everybody kept on saying, "Oh, thank you for the wedding cake. It's really beautiful. It's this wedding cake that has tears going on with the bridesmaids, climbing the stairs back in the days then." So I got home, I told my mom that I really liked the way people were coming around you, that you were really like very popular. I think I was about 10, 11, 12 at that time. So I started getting involved anytime she was making cakes with for the family for our birthdays. I remember my 10th birthday. So I started doing caking. And then along the line, when she saw that I was interested, my dad saw that I was interested as well. So they kept on. Then my mom started working. She owned a factory that was into making all sorts of stuff, from cookies, she made Baja Vita, like different style, like semolina. She had that factory going on. And before uni, I told my dad I was going to, because my mom had gone a bit out of caking at that time. So I said, okay, I was going to go learn how to make, so I'm not self-taught. I wanted to go learn how to make a cake very well. So my dad said, okay, fine, you could go. And he gave me money to register with a lady. I still keep in touch with her. It's been a long time. I still keep in touch with the lady. So relationship is very important to me. I still keep in touch with her even till very day. She was the one that made my wedding cake. At that time, I couldn't be bothered. She was the one that made the wedding cake. So I went to learn with this lady. But I realized once we were working, when I was learning, it was hard work, because I was like an intern. And so she would give us the hard work to do. I was so discouraged. I was like, every time I go there, she's always telling us to mix the fondant. If cakers are amongst us here today, they will understand what I mean. So we would knead the fondant. It was so tiring. I get home really tired. And then along the line, I went to uni, because it was just before going into uni. So I started making cakes in my estate. I know your story, Ola, that you said you were doing this and that. I did a bit of this and that as well, selling cakes in my estate. Go around in the morning, make cupcakes, take you around in the evening, and I'll go collect my money. And then I was doing it for fun. It was really fun, and I had money. So the money to register for the course, I was able to raise it back, because he told me it was a loan. Do you understand? He told me it was a loan and pay him back. So after I finished the classes, I started making cupcakes in the estate. I would take it around and go get my money later. And then I was able to raise the fund for my dad. I raised the fund, and I bought my siblings and my dad gifts, because I bought everybody gifts. I think I bought my dad like an Elsa slippers. I bought my mom a scarf. And then when I gave the money to my dad in an envelope, he was surprised that, oh, you could get the money back. And he said he's sewing into my business at that time, that he's giving me back, because he's really impressed. He was really impressed. that I was able to raise them, and I was so touched. I was really touched. So that was how I got into caking. And then when I moved into Glasgow, I joined my husband. My husband had been in London. Then he moved into Glasgow, and I joined him. I think when I joined him, caking was not in my radar because I just thought it was hard work. And especially because back then when I was making the cupcakes, it was just not decorated, just plain cupcakes, so it was quite easy. I never went into caking per se like I am doing now. So when I moved into Glasgow at that time, and because my husband was really big on me working part-time to take care of the kids so that he could, because at that time he goes to work and he doesn't come back, he comes up when he comes back. So I was working that time, and then when my last baby got into primary school, and I listened to this, when she got into primary school, I started thinking, what can I do? What can I do? God, what can I do? I started praying about it. And God told me, and this is very profound, that what you can do is in your hands. I didn't get it.
Wow.
I didn't understand. I was like, oh, Holy Spirit, if you want to talk to me, just open up and say it and let me know. Like, you point at it, let me know.
That.
You know? And he just said, what you can do is in your hands. I let it go. I was just talking to one of my secondary school friends. We were talking, and I said, oh, to make cakes, because she knew me then when I was always taking. You that you know how to make cakes, you that you have. She said it in Yoruba. Am I allowed to say it in vernacular the way she said it exactly? She said, you that you have.
As long as you translate it.
I'll translate it. You that you have. I don't want to say it in Yoruba. Something handy to do. And to do. Why didn't you do it? And you know, she had someone in Aberdeen that makes cakes, and then. You know, when she said the handy thing, and then it just, you know, when you have a puzzle in your head, it just connected with what you can do is in your hands. So I went up to my husband, I said, I think I know what the Holy Spirit is saying, that I want to go for refresher courses. I've gone rusty with cake making. What my mom taught me has gone outdated. I wanted to freshen up. And then I registered with a college here in Glasgow. I did a 12-week course, which was very fantastic. And I networked. I met people, you know, people that I met different people. But I was still yearning to know more, you know. So I was speaking to this same friend of mine. She now said, oh, there's a friend of hers in Aberdeen. Why don't you write her a message? The worst you can get is a no. If she will teach you, she will teach you. If she won't teach you, she won't teach you. And that's what the power of social media did. I just sent her an email on Facebook. I sent her a message on Facebook that this is me. I know how to make cakes. I've gone rusty. I wanted to freshen up. I wanted to get better. And then she invited me over to her house. See, in the college, I spent 12 weeks. With this lady, I spent less than 4 weeks. And it changed the dynamics.
Wow.
Less than 4 hours, I meant to say. It changed the dynamics of my caking. So learning, then again, there was one time I was going to London for a 10 weeks course. Every Monday, I would take a train on Sunday, go to London, come back again and go to work on Tuesday. So that was way back. So over the years, I've learned from people. I've done online courses because caking is evolving. It's like, you know, like medicine, fashion. Like computer science, like fashion, everything evolves. So caking evolves. I just knew that I couldn't stay put in the position what my mom taught me. So I kept on growing myself on the field. So this is where I am.
Wow, Tutu, your story is really powerful. You use the power of social media.
Absolutely.
You use the power of relationship and a lot of self-awareness as well. You knew at that point that, look, I need a refresher. I don't, you were not willing to dwell on past glory, to stay there to say, oh, I used to bake in my estate, I was in that. So you decided to go for self-development. And that's, honestly, that is something that every one of us on this should take board. If you're not doing that, you need to. The world is evolving. It's not,
Absolutely.
and Tutu, honestly, when I see your cake anywhere, I know it's yours. I know
Really?
the style.
Oh
Yes,
wow.
I can tell that this is Tutu. The simplicity. You know that thing you say about where elegance meets something in
Where elegance
your
meets style. Where elegance
where
meets
elegance
cake.
honestly is the truth. It's always very simple and elegant. I know your cake when I see it. It's always very
Oh,
simple and
that's nice
elegant.
to hear. Thank you. You know that elegance,
Do
where
you
elegance meets cake came to me in a funny way. I was looking for a tagline, and
hmm,
a friend of mine in London, she's a baker as well. I like networking with people, and it doesn't have to be. You don't even have to be my
we
age.
are
You don't
gonna
even.
come there. We are gonna come there. We're gonna come to networking.
So the elegance, where elegance meets cake, just came to me like, okay, what is the definition? What do you want to be? Just like you said, what do you want people to see when they see your cakes? What do you want?
Hmm,
How do you want your cakes to be interpreted? How? What do you want people to see? What do you want your brand to be like? So I'll
hmm,
just leave it there and let you
hmm.
ask me a question before I jump the gun because I can easily jump. I can jump from one topic to another and another.
No, it's okay. No, but it's okay. It's warmer. Guys, thank you for joining us. Lovelace Domi, thank you. Lizzie Arogbofa, thank you for joining us. Ruth Dada, I saw Kemi Giwa, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. And my guest here is Adetutu Owolabi. Please, if you've not yet done so, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I want you to share this broadcast. We still have a lot to talk about. And Tutu is very loaded, very, very loaded. And she's very ready for us today. So get ready, fasten your seatbelt. And Tutu, honestly, what you've shared with us so far, it's really a process. It's something that you've had since you were a child, but you still took out time to go. Here you are today on Wordzone to people. It's because of the process that you went through. That's
Mm,
why you can be on this platform.
mm.
So process is what puts you on. I don't know why people run from process.
No.
Process is where you get built.
Mm,
You get built up. The
mm.
things you go through are not wasted. They are
At all.
packaged for your platform. And your process is what gives you the voice because it gives you
Absolutely.
authenticity to your
Mm,
message. It gives your message. And Tito, you said something about you decided to reach out to someone,
mhm.
and that's humility. You decided to reach out to someone to say, listen, I am big, but I think I've got something. And I know you do that a lot because I follow you and I watch your live shows. I hear talk about, oh, she taught me this, she taught me that, she taught me this. Could you tell us a bit about that, about networking, how we can learn from other people? I call it leveraging on relationships.
Absolutely.
Can you just delve into this?
You call it
Thank
leveraging on relationships. Thank you very much for the question. I call it the heart of the business because
you.
nobody can be an island, especially
True.
in your whatever profession you're in. It's important to build foundation on relationship. I tell you, when
Mm,
I went to the colleges I went to, I like doing one-to-one classes, don't get me wrong, but I prefer to do a
mhm,
group class. Group classes, you meet different
mhm.
people, you network, you build a
Yeah.
community. You build a community when you reach out to people, or when you go to classes and you meet different people from different walks of life. I think for me that has been a big ladder for me, networking with people. And trust me, you don't have to be my age, you don't have to be my race, you don't have to be anything. I just reach out to people. When you're yearning for knowledge, when you're learning for knowledge, you leave the shaft, you go for the substance, what you're going to get. And I tell you, the dynamics of my caking changed the moment I let down all the. I never even had it anyway. I never had any hairs around me. But when I network more, build French. Oh, there's a cake program they do yearly. I go every year, not because I want, because there you go, there you spend money, sis. You spend money buying, shopping, and all that. But I go more because I want to network and know people in the industry of caking. And that place is a leveler. You meet different people. No matter how high they are in the baking industry, it's a leveler. You meet different people from different walks of life. You take selfies. Really, they're not in their they let down all the guards. So for me, I tell you, I went to spend 4 hours with a lady I met on Facebook. I just sent her a message on Facebook that this is me, this is what I know, and could you teach me? And that is after I'd been to college for 12 weeks. But I still had the yearning in me to learn more, because I was still struggling with a few things. And that's it's important to know your strength, know what you're struggling with. I still have the email I sent to her 6 years ago. I told her, I can do this, I can do this, I can't do this, and I can't do this. This is the picture of what I can do. I know I'm not there yet. I know I need a lot of finesse that has to go into my caking. Could you teach me? Trust me, I don't know her from anywhere. In fact, she didn't even reply me immediately. I was so dejected. And I sent her a message that, okay, I understand that maybe I'd gone to, I'm sorry I disturbed you. I just sent that so that would awaken anything that needs to be awakened. And I said, oh, no, she's so busy that it's not that she's not gotten in touch with me. She apologized that she's been very busy. And now I understand the busyness, because it can be very busy sometimes. Am I coming our way? If I'm coming our way, and I tell you, I didn't know her. So sometimes when God directs you to people, take the jump. Take the jump. The worst you will get is no. And for me, that was big for me, because I went to her house. I didn't know her from anywhere. And then she took me in. Oh God. I was so very humble. Everything she used to make that day, I washed it. I made sure that I was like an intern for 4 hours. I was washing as she was using it. I was a student in our house that day. But what am I trying to say? I reached out. I reached out to her. She responded positively. She changed my dynamics. 4 hours was what more than the 12 hours I spent at college, was more than what I was going to London for 10 weeks. It was scary. I would leave on Sunday night, come back on Monday evening, and I'll be back at work on Tuesday. But those are my journey. Those are the things I went through to be where I am. So learning it's not like now that we could do, YouTube was there at that time, but I like being to get hands-on and get my hands dirty and see how it's done. And I have no regret whatsoever doing that. Now I probably would do Zoom, and life has changed. Has changed now, so we're just moving with the flow. But at that time, I had to travel all the way, and I don't have any regrets. So what am I saying? Networking is powerful. How you use it is in your hands. You can decide not to.
True.
You can decide to.
Yeah.
It's all in your hands. Well, how are you using it?
Wow.
Social media, some people will say that, it's rubbish with this one. Some people are they're churning out loads. It's not even the money now. Some people are using that medium to change their lives. So how are you using the power of networking?
Wow. Thank you so much. This is my comfort zone. This is my comfort zone talking about networking and relationship.
Mm,
It's one of my greatest areas, and I must say it
mm,
comes to
mhm,
me naturally. I'm supernaturally natural about
hmm.
networking, building relationships. Honestly, it's just natural to me. And what you have said is so key. How are you using the relationship? How are
Mm,
you benefiting and giving also in your
mhm.
relationship? And sometimes we think, I don't want to ask because I don't want her to say no. If you are driven by purpose, you will ask honestly because let you interest until you get a solution.
Absolutely.
So you would you will start looking for the reason why you're still complacent about what you want to do is because you're not yet passionate about it. But
Mm,
once you will want to look for a solution. And I must salute your courage, Tutu. It's not everybody that will
mm.
send messages. I sent a message to a lady. I want to tell you this. I sent a message to a lady because then, sometimes I just wake up with some crazy, crazy ideas. I'm talking
I
about
know.
maybe 11 years, 11 or 10 years. I sent her an email. Then I was thinking of an idea and I needed her to partner with me. She didn't reply. But about 8 years later, I
Mm.
met someone who knows her very well. So the person connected us and I told her that this is just God. So I can still work with you. Now it's only a text away. I told her, I
Oh,
said,
wow.
I sent you an email some time ago and you never replied to me. Do you know, I did not even know that period I sent a message to her, an email to her. She was so down. She
Oh,
was
wow.
in a low state. But I was there saying, what's wrong with her? What's she feeling like? I don't even need that again.
I know.
She was in a low state, and God still did it, orchestrated it that now it's just a text away. But I want her to do something for him.
Oh,
It's
please.
just one text away. So
Mm,
there is no crime in asking. The worst that can happen is for the person to say no.
no.
And you guess what no is? No means next opportunity.
Next, please.
Once you get a no, next opportunity. You just move on. And honestly, Tutu, you start something like this on Instagram,
Yeah.
take gist with Tutu.
Yeah.
I know that as of your shell.
I know, right? I know.
And I know that we other people here, or they're going to watch us later, we're going to say, I would love to do something like that. I have something. It doesn't even have to be coming on live shows like this. It doesn't have to be being on social media, but they just have something they want to start, but they don't know how to go about it. Tutu, like some who have started something, because I know the journey, I know what it took you. Could you encourage someone who is listening today? Could
I'm gonna
you let them into the joy of starting an initiative, starting something? Thank you.
thank you for that question. Before I go into that question, I've reached out to people and I've got lots of no's. It's not that
Mm,
everybody I reach out to that I get a yes. But would that stop me? No way.
no.
The cake with Tutu that I do now on my Instagram. I reach out to people that I can't even believe will say yes to me. And they say yes to me. It humbles me. That's on the side. So for someone
Mm,
that wants to, and of course I've got no. I've got lots of no's as well. And that doesn't stop me. That doesn't stop me. Failure doesn't stop you. Failure pushes you forward if you know what you're doing. So if someone wants to start anything, any business, the first thing I would say is get into it to make a difference. Not necessarily go into it to make a difference. Get into it to make a difference, because if you go into it to get money, the money might not come as fast as you want. But the difference you want to make would set you apart, would catapult you, would give you the reason to get up and do it even when you fail. Trust me, and I'm going to be real. I've had cake failures that I made that people complained. But did it stop me from going on? No way. I'm really big on, and if I make a cake for you, I'll call you to get the feedback. It's humbling for me, but I'll do it anyway, because I want to hear how it went, how your event went. That's the question. How your event went, and how was our cake? To the glory of God, I don't want to go spiritual, but to the glory of God, for the past few years,
they're spiritual people.
I know. I don't want to be right into the face. Get what I mean? So, and to the glory of God, it's humbling for me to say, please, could you tell me how the cake went? And when they give me constructive criticism, like, oh, this or that and this, I do not, people that have made cake with me know, I do not take it to heart. I take it on board, but it doesn't affect me that I'll now have a negative relationship with you because you said what. Rather, I would go back to my drawing board and try and get it right. And my girls are my critique. My husband is my greatest critique. It will taste things like, you're not there yet. That thing hurts me more than when a client tells me. Because I'm like, you're supposed to understand the struggle. My struggle, you're supposed to understand what I went through. It just gives me straight. I call him my Simon Cowell. It just gives me straight as it is that even my daughter would tell me, Mom, when I was learning how to make red velvet, she would tell me, Mom, you're nowhere near. You know how our kids can be. Mom, keep trying, you're nowhere near. Like, how can you be so harsh? Even my clients are not as harsh as you are. You should try and like, I'm sorry. This is not even it. So sometimes when you want to get into any kind of business, go in to make a difference. When you make the difference, profits will come. The gain, and I did a live with your sister Eloho, and she mentioned, let your why be so strong that you won't want to fail. When your why is so strong, why are you going into it? Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to do it? For me, it was to make a difference, because my kids don't like Costco cake. And I thought, okay, if they don't like Costco cake, I can do cakes. Let me do their cakes rather than, because they don't like jam in cake. They don't take jam. So I started doing the cakes, that way, to just make a difference. It doesn't have to be Costco cake all the time. For some people, they don't like Costco cake. So apologies for mentioning any brand, so please don't come for me. And so go in to make a difference, and when you make the difference, whatever comes is an addition, but let your making the difference push you. And then when you have a passion for anything, if the passion is strong, you will not see, there's no way I'm tired. There's no how I'm so tired. If you tell me to come and make cake, my energy level goes here. So when you have that thing that gives you the energy, the push all the time, just like you had now, if someone calls you, Ola, please come and mentor somebody, come and have a word with somebody that is doing it, you get to it, you just jump at it. You don't even have to prepare. Last week, I called my daughter. Someone sent me a picture of a cake to make a cake and draw something on. And that's where your passion is very important. I just called my daughter. She didn't know if I called her to come and wash a plate. She didn't know if I called her to come and tidy up. I just called her and said, come, could you come draw for me on a cake? She pulled the chair, sat down, and she started. I'm like, wow, your passion is your passion. She didn't have to say, oh, Mom, I need to go get a pen. I need to go get... She just started, and then she started drawing. I was looking at her in awe. Like when you have a passion for something, if they wake you up, if
Hmm.
they wake you up, come and do this, and you can do it, then you have the passion for it.
Wow.
My daughter
Wow.
that I told, come and draw. I just called her when she came downstairs. I said, I need to draw this on the cake. Can you draw it? She draws anyway. So I said, can you draw it? She didn't, she was not phased like, oh, I've never drawn on a cake before. And, she just sat down and she started doing it and she started doing it. And what just came to me that the passion is there. I didn't have to cajole
Hmm.
her, come and do this, and you come and do. She just jumped at it and she did it and she did it well. First time try drawing on a cake. So I told her she did awesome, amazing, because I can't do it. So let me give it to her. I can't draw to save my life. When I draw my picture, my cake drawing to my clients, I tell them, please don't look at the drawing. The drawing is caricature, but I can do cakes. I don't know how to draw. I can't draw to save my life, but I can. So whatever you want to do,
Wow.
doing it is different. If you want to do it, make sure you're in to make a difference. Make sure your why you want to do
Wow.
it, why you're doing it is strong, because you will need that when criticism comes, when you fail. You will need that to push you. You will need that to make you stand, because you want to make a difference and your why is strong. Those two things for me is important.
Wow. Wow, Tutu, thank you so much. And thank you, everyone. Oh my God, I can see all the comments. Your passion to make a difference will keep you going no matter the challenge you face. Thank you, Pastor Shagwin Bigbemi. Wemimo says, that's mom of five. She says, you will even dream cake because the why is strong. The energy will be unstoppable. Abimbola says, very true. Ruth says, amazing. Honestly, once your why is defined, your why is like an anchor. It keeps you. It keeps you. All else fail. Every other thing fails. Your why keeps you going. I've had situations whereby, I want to give up. People criticize you. Some people just they don't know how it hurts. They just make the comments and you be like, I wish you knew how tough and the things I had to go through to be here. And all you have to
Mhm,
tell me is, you should have done this, you should have done that. Of course, we take all that on board, but
mhm.
sometimes it can hurt. And but your why will make you show up the next day.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I tell my husband, I say, I'm so tired. He says, don't worry. When you get to church, you'll be strong. Because he knows that. And I'm telling you, no matter how tired I am, when I get someone on the phone who says, sis, I want to do, once I hear I want to stop, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And immediately the Holy Spirit stop. I don't want to say it's me. It's God that starts ideas that I didn't even think of myself, and I start helping the people. Somebody will come with a mustard seed idea. By the time we finish talking, the idea would have blown the idea. I'm like, and the
I
person,
know.
okay,
I know.
I know that it's just grace. It's just the grace of God. And I'm so grateful. And honestly, Tutu, thank you so much for sharing from your heart tonight. Thank you for telling us all of these things. And I know that a lot of people have taken this on board, that your why is the reason. First of all, before you start anything, some time ago, I think I've shared this a bit so often that some people will even know what I want to say. That some time ago I was thinking, I said, God, how do I grow this thing in my hands? You get to a level where you've been doing stuff and you've been doing stuff and you feel like I am bigger than what I'm doing. I need space. You feel choked. And I was asking the Holy Spirit, how to grow this thing? And the Holy Spirit said to me, the strategy for growth is impact.
Mm,
You're impacting lives, growth will come naturally.
naturally.
So you just focus on making a difference. It's the same thing like what you said. Focus on making a difference. You will grow. Your capacity will grow. Your influence will grow. But don't tell me you want 10,000 followers and 1,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers without impacting any life. You are in for a wrong reason. Because after 1 week, when you don't see those subscribers, you will pack up. I know people who started things. There's no comparison. And I tell them, what happened to you? Why? I was like, yeah, I'm tired. Because the why was not dead in the first place.
Absolutely.
So Tutu, tell us, how has it been rosy? But tell us some of the challenges now. Since let us in some of the challenges.
I'll tell you the challenges I've been through. The first one is acceptance, like accepting that, okay, I can. You know, when I knew.
Was that acceptance? Sorry, Tutu, was that accept yourself or acceptance by others, or both?
Acceptance by others. You know.
Okay.
My desire to make a difference was there. I struggled a bit with people accepting that, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I will do. This is what, even for myself, I think at some point, I'll start with myself. See, when I started making cakes, I think I was really low key with it because I was, you know me now, I can be very, my own pace, and then let's do things my own way. But I knew God wanted me to be more. So I kept on putting myself down that, okay, I don't want to be, at the very beginning, I didn't even want my colleagues to know that I was into cakes. Why? Till tomorrow, I don't know. So I was really low key about it. I had I dotted all my T's because my husband is really big on you doing it right from the get go. So I didn't start cake with, I just want to be doing it for friends and family. I started it to do it as a business, you know. But, you know, because I saw this vacuum that, okay, I could make a difference with my cake. I could make a difference with doing cake. So when I started, for whatever reason, my family, my siblings are here. I was just very low key about it. And then when growth started showing up, I have people that will say, we knew when you started, come on, that we can. Then I struggled with leveraging myself with the standard I wanted, the standard I wanted. And when I say standard, I meant my pricing, because I knew what goes into it. So I'm not going to say pricing, I'm going to say the standard I wanted to do, to keep up with. I knew the standard I wanted to keep up with, and that had to do with me changing the dynamics of my pricing so that I could meet up with the standard I wanted to be at. So I struggled with acceptance, like, okay, so we knew when you started. I've had people tell me that we knew when you started, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I am not where I was when I started. I am not where I was when I started. It has taken me a lot of tears. It has taken me a lot of failures. It has taken me a lot of, I will do this and I would succeed. Talking to myself mentally that this is me, and this is me being positive with myself. I'm really big on optimism, because optimism is the essence of life for me. So I would tell myself positive things, and I will get this right, and I would be a brand, a name. And then I tell my kids, I would be a name to reckon with in Glasgow. I will be a brand to reckon with in Glasgow. How that's going to happen is all in my hands and in God's hands. Because I will put in the work, and God will finish it up for me.
Wow.
I will put in the work, and God will finish it up for me. So, because I grew up with
True.
entrepreneurs, I know it is not a work in the park to grow a business. Because my both parents are entrepreneurs, so I knew that it is not a work in the park to grow a business, and that's why I'm very very big on asking my client for feedback. Did I get it rosy all the way from get go? I had hiccups, I had glitches, I had challenges, I had failures. But when you have failures, note this, it is a catapult for you to move on to the next level. Because when you fail, check why you failed, check how you failed, and take dressing. Like my daughter would say, take dressing, adjust yourself, get it right the next time. You know. So
Wow.
talking about why I how and why I started doing the cake life I started. I sat down and I thought about a lot of things in caking, especially on Instagram. I got really it got daunting just doing cakes and posting cakes. There's more to the caking than just posting cakes. And that's why when I post my cake, I try to write a bit of story, because for every creativity, for every creation, for every cake, there's a story behind it. Some I say, some I don't. I don't just like when I post a cake and say cake is bae or cake is hot or cake is this, because there's more into me than just all that. You know, I had a lady call me and said, oh, she likes how I write and this and that. It was just me trying to be different with just pasting cake and not having something to say about it. You know, so the cake life started with, there's more to caking than just posting cake. There's behind the scene. There's people you could meet. There. If you see it as a business, as an entrepreneurial business. Like you could discuss about how to make it better, how to get it better, how to grow your business, how to how to get you, like what Elora came to talk about branding. Branding
Brand.
from what branding about your brand, about your branding your business. It's not just about the logo. It's not just about your colors. It's about you, because people buy people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just buy what you
Yeah.
do. You buy your attitude. They buy your demeanor. They buy
By
your
who you are.
relationship. They buy what you, not just what you sell, what you deliver. So it started
Yeah.
with me having a relationship with my client. That's why when I'm doing consultation, that's why I call myself a cake consultant, because I realized that we consult. Yes, you can bring a cake from Google and tell me there's this picture of what I want, but I put that aside and ask my client, which I've done for you as well. What do you like? What are your colors? Because I like to have a reflection. You see your cake and you see your reflection of yourself. Not just something from Google. Yes, Google is fine. YouTube is fine. Pictures from Pinterest, anyway, is fine. But I like to put a bit of you into what you're doing. And that's where the cake kept my tagline of me being a cake consultant comes in. Before COVID, I've had clients come to my house and we discuss the cake for their husband. He likes this, he likes that, he likes that, he likes it. And then again, how you define your business is about you. What you want for your business is you. So if you how do I say? When you say you're dressed the way you're dressed the way you dress, your
Yeah.
business your business is addressed the way you carry it. Do you understand? Your business. So
Yeah.
if you treat your business shabbily, people would treat you shabbily. Do you understand? So if
Absolutely.
you put finesse
Yeah.
into your business, put finesse, put in the, draw up the line for the edges, make it straight, make it fine, make it curvy, whatever you want to adjust it. And then you will realize that the ripple effect would come through with the way people relate with you. Do you understand? It
True.
would come through
Yeah.
for you, the way people would relate with you. So if you don't deal with that edges and get it straight, people would. I went for a course and the lady said people that make cakes, it was a caking course. if you see a medical doctor doing cakes, it will show in their deliverable. They would be very dainty. They work with needles, they work with this. So whatever profession you do, that's how she said it, whatever profession you do, if you're a cleaner and you're doing cakes, according to what she said, which I really relate with, your cakes will be clean because the background you have is cleanliness. Do you understand? So whatever you do is not wasted.
Yeah.
Whatever, like I was saying to Aloha, that as we grow older, see, you're doing what you're doing just now didn't just jump at you. You've been
Mm-mm.
doing it consciously or unconsciously, because what we do as we grow older, what we are, who we are, gets amplified as we grow older. So you being able to do what you're doing now, doing this talk show, talking to people, motivating people, doing mentoring people, did not just jump at you. You have had it in you. It just gets amplified more as you're growing older. You understand? And people will see you now that, Ola talks, Ola does this, Ola. You have grown over the years, and I watch your lives, I watch your story, I hear your story. You didn't just start, you've been at it for a long time. So you're just putting the finesse to it as you're growing older, you're putting the edges right, you're putting the shapes to it. That's what you're doing. So whatever we want to do, just know that, put finesse into it. Make a difference. Let your why be strong. Remember, people buy people. Let your attitude be right in doing business. And the sky is the limit. Or the sky is the beginning, I say.
The sky is the starting point. Wow, thank you so much. That's so loaded. Hi, Ngozi. Ngozi is my secondary school mate. Ngozi say, as you grow older, who you are gets amplified. Thank you, Tutu, for dropping that. Your personality will always reflect and show in whatever you do. People buy people. That's so true. And the thing is, you are the brand. Let me just drop that in. Want to start seeing you as the brand. Honestly, you are the brand.
Absolutely.
People buy people. I was in Ghana some time ago and they asked me, can't even remember the question. I just told them, I said, I'm the brand. I don't do brands. I wear good things. If I see a brand, I'm not a brand freak. I think we've had this discussion before. I'm not brand freak because I believe I am the brand. So even if it's a prime, oh no, even if it's a brand, once I wear it as a brand, well, it's well represented. Treat yourself. That's what on it. Tutu, thank you for dropping this. Treat you as the brand. Everything comes to it. I was saying to Ruth at the beginning of 2020, I said, Ruth, I have tried for the Esther's company. You see, 2020, I want to focus on Ola Olaleye as the brand, as a brand. I want to focus on me as a brand. I think we have to get to a point where we take ourselves as the brand, because whatever TouchRoyale, we are going to first of all that we meet that now pulls us or pushes us away from TouchRoyale. So if you don't have good character, they can buy the first time, they won't come back.
Absolutely.
The reason why people will keep coming back to you is because of the relationship. Sometimes, when I take my workshop on relationship, I tell them, look, offer value. Value is key. Sometimes you will hear people say things like, it's not that I need cake, I just said I should call you and say hello.
Absolutely.
Some people just, I'm telling you, they just want to say hello. Or you send them something, they said, oh, sis, I don't think I need this, but I will help you send it out to people. Why? Because of the relationship and value that you have added to their lives. So when you're starting anything, think How can I make a difference? How can I add value? I am the brand. I need to work on me. I need to know how to talk to people because I know that Tutu, you would have faced a lot. Because I know sometimes, even me, I will tell you, how much? How much did you say it is? And in your heart, you'll be like, what is wrong with these
Mm.
Glasgow people? What is
Oh,
wrong with these Glasgow people that
but I
can
love them.
price for
But I
Europe?
love them. I love them. I love them. They're amazing.
They want discount at all costs.
I
I
know.
remember Tutu saying to me that, sis, don't worry about the price. I will make additional cupcakes. I said, okay. So that's me. I'm part of them, but I've changed now. I've changed. I've really changed. We have plenty,
Oh.
plenty on that pricing too.
She said, we thank you
Where
on that
people
pricing.
oh, maybe more. So
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
so much. Tutu. This has been amazing. This has been amazing, an amazing interview. I've really enjoyed myself, and I want to say thank you again for coming because I know that get to hear. It's
No,
been a journey, but thank God.
I know. I'm so glad.
Thank God. So Tutu, I can see I can see. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone. Please, if you have not subscribed, hey,
What are you waiting for?
if you have not subscribed, you are looking for trouble. Yeah, please subscribe. And Tutu is gonna start a channel soon. A YouTube channel. She is starting soon.
You're
Tutu,
going
right?
to be the one to help me do that. You're going to help me the one to help me do that.
Tutu, is that right?
I don't
Yes
know.
or no? Is that right? Because your subscribers are here waiting. They will be waiting,
Mm,
looking out for your channel.
don't
You didn't say yes. You said,
oh yeah, we're doing together. We're gonna work together. Hallelujah, glory.
yes. So that's
Oh,
those. See that guy that wrote Ale Glory? Those are. He's one of the people that will say, "Oh Jesus, we thank you for this girl. We thank you for our life," because he used to be one of my voice trainers, but I ran away. But I'm glad. I'm sure you'll be grateful to God now that God has captured me. Thank you so
mm.
much, Kelvin, for joining. That's my big brother. Thank you for joining. Get
Thank
on the
you.
platform. It's very easy to start. You see that
Mm.
encouragement from everyone.
Hallelujah,
So,
glory.
final words.
Hallelujah, glory. I'll say that. Oh dear.
So, Tutu, final words. What encouragement do you want to give to our viewers? Because we are rounding up shortly.
Okay. My final word, which I wrote here, is
Wow.
don't think I'm that, but then okay, I'm that. The brand is you.
Wow.
The marketing is your network.
Mm.
The business is the work you put in.
Mm.
And have a positive mindset even when failure comes. Be positive
Wow.
because you know your
Mm.
why. So I have four things. The brand is you. You are the brand. Whatever
Mm.
whatever thing you're going into, caking, entrepreneurship, anything, the brand is you. You are the brand. The marketing is your network. The business,
Mm.
work you put in. So you're going to put a lot of work in.
Mm.
The mindset is the positive attitude you have for your business, and that's your why. So, whatever you want to go
Wow.
to, have that four things in mind. Is it going to be easy?
Wow.
I guess not. Maybe not. Maybe yes. But when it's not easy, think of all these three things. The brand covers your character, your attitude. The marketing is your network,
Mm.
who you mingle with. Because the people you mingle
Mm.
with, people you work with, can increase the price you're working with. See, when we go on to work,
Mm.
my daughters are fast workers. They work very fast. I call them Glasgow workers. They can work very fast. They go with small steps, but you see, I'll be struggling to catch up with them. So when you're working with anyone, the people you work with, in life can either increase your pace, that you would have to pace up
mm,
and catch up with them. Those are the kind of people you
mm,
want to work with. Those are the people you want
mm,
to work with, that will make you run
mm,
and not laid back. They will make you go out of breath to catch up. Those are the kind of people I network with. I have a few people I network with on my caking that are, we just talk and they just sharpen my brain, they sharpen my hair, my thoughts gets sharpened. I speak with you sometimes as well, Ola, and people that would make you just want to leave your comfort zone. This is not the first time Ola has invited me
mm.
to come. I'd said no. I'm like, oh no, I'm not ready. I'm like, sure. But she left me, and then when she saw that maybe okay, Tutu, you're coming, and I jumped on, and this is me here. So 4 things: you are the brand, your network is your marketing strategy, the business is the work you put in, is what you do, your
Mm.
mindset is the why that is strong. So get these 4 things together. If the failure comes, just remember these 4 things and push yourself, push yourself, push yourself. That's me.
Wow. And I'm going to add to that. Thank you so much, Tutu. I'm going to add to the four, so make it five. See failure as a learning curve.
Absolutely.
See failure as your learning curve. What have I learned? In project management, they call it lessons learned. See it
Mm,
as a lesson learned and pick yourself up together because the world is waiting for you.
mm.
The world is waiting for you. We are borderless now. People are watching us
Talk
from
about.
America, from Nigeria. Yeah, go on.
I was going to talk about failures. I have it written here that some of your best motivation would come from your failures. It's not a motivational speaker speaking to you. It's you speaking to yourself. Some of your best
Mm,
motivations will come from you failing because you will speak to yourself. I'm just adding to what you've said that failure is a learning curve. Your
yeah,
best motivation would be
yes,
from you failing, and
true.
it would catapult you to getting better and changing the dynamics for yourself.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, Tutu. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you for being a part of us. And we're also learning. I'm learning on this. This is my second live on YouTube. So we had to
Oh
come
wow.
on few hours before to come and do some test run. But thank God we did it. And
It did it.
here we are.
And it's
Yeah,
been
we've done
flawless
it.
so
So
far.
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe, share this video. If you've gained anything at all, remember the strategy for growth is impact. The strategy for influence is impact. If you want to be an influencer, social media influencer, try and impact other people. You will become an influencer. So the strategy for growth is impact. Impact people. You can share this video. This video is going to bless a lot of lives. See you again next week. I think next week I have a young man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's a young man who's coming next week. My guest house is very late. You don't want to miss next week, same time, 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Then for you US
Right.
people, you will have to calculate that yourself. You figure that out yourself. God bless you. I love you. Take care. Greetings
Thank you so much.
to your family. Happy Valentine. I'm dedicating my red dress to you, Valentine dress. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. You take care. God
Bye bye.
bless.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.